Oh, greetings everyone, and welcome to Soccer Over There. It's a Tuesday after Memorial Day. I was going to shave. I was going to try to look nice for you guys, and then I realized that it's the Tuesday after Memorial Day, so no, it's not happening.
It's like, dude, what are you thinking?
No. We have a lot of stuff to cover this evening. We have enough turnover in Italy to just cover most news cycles for an off season.
Oh, wait. There's something else.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Before we get to that.
Oh, no. It gets even... Yeah, we're not talking about what you think we're talking about in Spain. We are talking about El Director de El Transistor, Ramon de la Morena. He has tweeted out that a Real Madrid player told the club that Sergio Ramos has been calling the entire squad and telling them not to accept the pay cuts because the money would only go to Mbappe's signing. You thought we were just going to talk about managers and Carlo and this and that. We've got subterfuge.
Dig it. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
On that note, I need a drink. I'll be right back.
Right. So that person who's leaving to get the drink right now. We'll go ahead and cover the intros real quick. For those who are new to the show, my name is Nick Alifi. I'm otherwise known on Twitter as the Garlic Bread Warlord. You have the Mouth of the South, John Nelson here, and that wonderful shirt that he has going on, the Cleveland Crunch. The person who just got up to go get the beer. That is the American Dream, the Dirty South Dream, Jason Longshore. He is going to be joining us. Jarrett, I don't know if he'll be joining us this evening. He may or may not.
Oh, yeah. You're supposed to express the empathy of his situation, I believe.
Yeah. So there's apparently a sick munchkin at home at the _Smith house. And for those of you who do not have kids, let me tell you that it is the ninth circle of hell. Dante got it all wrong when he spoke about the ninth circle of hell. Ninth circle of hell is actually sick children at home. That is it. That is what you want nothing to do with it. Take care of your babies. But my God, is it taxing. So Jarrett will most likely not be joining us this evening. We already have subterfuge happening right now. Ramos calling the Real Madrid players. And this with Carlo Ancelotti taking over, it is official. Everton has posted, Carlo's leaving. Carlo has posted, I'm out. And Real Madrid has posted, Carlo's in.
For a 25% pay.
Ama al fútbol. Ama al fútbol.
That's still the greatest drop.
I love everything about this nonsense.
El Chiringuito is amazing.
But it goes to show what's happening right now with Real Madrid, and that is that when Carlo takes over, he's not taking anything over except what happens maybe in training and on game day. Outside of that, he has two sets of supervisors. He has Ramos, if he's going to still be there at the locker room, or Florentino Perez. That's the two. That's the two supervisors that Carlo has to answer to. Carlo knows this walking in. He's well familiar with the internal politics of the club. It blows my mind. This right here, it looks like Florentino just says, I need someone who's going to do everything I want them to do. Everything. If I say, I need you to jump outside and do 4 cartwheels and vomit at the center circle, Carlo will go do that. Carlo will make that happen. Yep.
Does he have to?
Senor.
With his hot tea in his hand.
With the hot tea in the hand, and he'll have a bowl of pasta on the sideline waiting on him.
Definitely.
But there's no pushback with Carlo. But I think Carlo's discovered at this point in his career that he's not a builder. He's a maintenance man. He just comes in and, you know what? We're good here. I'm going to keep you at this level. I'm not really going to take you higher. I'm not going to let you get lower. And that's I think sometimes with a lot of the pragmatic managers because you don't have an ideology to really work with other than I'm just going to make it work.
So he's the super of the apartment building, basically.
Yeah, basically. And this is the luxury apartments that really have a ton of issues like busted pipes. They may have some rats in some quarters of the building. And Carlo's got to come in and take care of all of it. And really what happens with Ramos is really the big thing here, because if Sergio, does Florentino want to keep battling with Sergio behind the scenes, or is he going to, let him go to Man City? I just don't think Ramos is a guy who wants to have the kind of oversight that would be on him at Man City. I mean, he wants to win, but Pep's going to manage you. And I just don't know that Ramos is the guy who wants to be managed at this point in his career. So it would be interesting.
Very curious to see what happens with this.
Indeed.
Before we move completely into like national team stuff and then the managerial musical chairs and all of that,
yes.
We do have to talk about Chelsea, as Dawn reminds us. The Champions League winners, Tommy Tuchel, did it.
Yep.
Tommy Tuchel.
Yep.
He came in. They could not defend a bowel movement when he took over.
Nope.
They became one of the best defensive teams in the world and won the champ. They beat Pep 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
3 times.
And it was I've had the conversation.
It's the German 3.
Folks.
We have to do the German 3.
It was the German 3. It was the German 3. Yes. I've had the conversation with folks. It wasn't our first choice. Well, we were looking at this. Well, we were waiting for the Champions League final. Well,
De Bruyne got injured.
Get out. I haven't heard anybody say that. Are you making that one up, or is that a legitimate complaint that people are trying to use right now?
Well, if we'd had De Bruyne for the full 90 minutes and Rudiger, he shouldn't have been in the match after contact with De Bruyne's face, and De Bruyne had to be removed, having one of your catalysts.
No. Just no. Tommy Tuchel did it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Ragamuffin. I don't know why you'd want to defend that, but it was just a thought that came up, and it kind of went sideways. Just roll with it. Just smiling on. Tommy Tuchel has had so far the best 2021 as a manager. I don't think there's really much complaint about that.
No. See, all right. Now here's my question, and it might be just because of the sample size. But he is not one of the 5 guys that is mentioned in the Premier League Manager of the Year discussion. He's not one of the 5 candidates.
Took over in January. I'm okay with that.
Okay, because for me, I would have been like, after I don't care about sample size. Dude did what he did, and
they
got
finished
him in there.
Yeah, but no, I'm looking at Bielsa or Moyes as the Manager of the Year in the Premier League. I'd vote for either one over Tuchel.
Look, there's one thing that we have to discuss here, and I don't know if I mentioned on the I think I may have just mentioned in our pre-show DMs. You're talking about Jurgen Klopp, Hansi Flick, and now Thomas Tuchel. If you have a managerial opening right now and you aren't mining German coaching talent right now, what are you? If you're Everton, you should be calling up any mid-table team right now in Germany. Hey guys, you got any of those pressing coaches? Can you bring them over? Who wants to come to England? I mean, because whatever Germany. It is, it's working. It's working.
Germany.
I'm just saying, throwing it out there.
Okay, when I'm looking for like sound clips, why would the Tom and Jerry German intro come up?
That is not a question I could answer appropriately.
I really don't want to play it because I'm a little afraid that it's not what it says it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay away from that.
No.
Might have to check that out later, but I'm going to stay away from that one.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
stay
like when we're not on the air.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So Ragamuffin's voting for Klinsmann to Everton. Or Tottenham, because he said he would listen.
Well, if I mean, have we heard anything refuting Get French Football's drop earlier today?
No,
allegedly. I must say this because unlike a bunch of other shows out there, we don't put concrete, it's happening, chiseled in stone for stuff that's rumored. But allegedly, Pochettino, and this is from Get French Football, has said that he wants out of PSG.
Better hit the rumor button. Rumor!
Yes. Keep this. Can we keep that bed going?
Yes. Bring it down.
So, allegedly, Pochettino wants out. Now, this magically happens after the Real Madrid job is filled. Point that out. Which would, if possibly, lead to him going back home to the Spurs. And people, it's Paris. Who wants to leave Paris? Look, number one, I've at Leonardo. He is not the nicest guy in the world.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's a bit of a jerk. He was notorious for ruffling feathers at Milan when he was there. Now, I would have... just because you're in Paris doesn't mean you're enjoying it. Not every big job is a good job, and not every big paycheck is worth the amount of hassle, headache, and drama that it takes to get it. So... And maybe his family doesn't like it, Paris. Who knows? I don't know. But
Bet Victor, Paddy Power, and William Hill. Actually, Bet Victor and William Hill have him below even money. Paddy Power has him at 6-5 to be the next manager at Spurs.
Is this the theme when he walks back in the door?
It might be at this point, considering what he might have to be with. And Clinzy.
Huh?
Get out.
33-1 at William Hill. Paddy Power has him at 18-1 to be the new head, to be the new manager at Spurs.
I'm getting
if
rid
you
of
are
the
a Spurs
rumor.
fan and that move happens and they hire Jurgen Klinsmann, you need to be on the first flight to go whack somebody upside the head, because that charlatan it's been proven that man who that man is at this point.
If they try to hire Klinsmann, it should sound like this. Like, no.
Yeah.
About
right.
No, and Badger, you are correct. Leonardo did break Tab Ramos' skull, so we don't like him around here.
No, and I'm telling you, I met him at the Milan Club America game, and he was a flat out jerk.
Whoa.
So no, I got no love lost for that clown. But understand also the position right now at PSG. If you are Leonardo, and that is the guy that you kicked out. And Tommy Tuchel and the guy in Silva you sold off just hoisted the Champions League trophy.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. That other guy that you kicked out, Unai Emery, he hoisted the Europa League trophy.
Yeah.
That guy.
UEL, Unai Emery's league.
Hey, and so if you're Leonardo at this point, you have to feel like it is not just a hot seat underneath you. It is like a reactor 4 at Chernobyl right now. And you're just like, we got to do something. And Leonardo in that role, and we saw this with Milan, when Milan really started showing their age and they really started slipping, the pressure ratcheted up on Leonardo, and it went downhill very quickly. I would say he was, in some ways, outside of Galani, he was a bit of the architect of the beginning of the end of down at Milan. Why PSG took him, I have no remote clue, but whatever, he's there, and that's their problem. But I will say that I would not be stunned if the rumors are true and Pochettino wants out. That's got to be a toxic working environment to know that the person whose job you took just hoisted Champions League. And there's going to be a lot of people in the building now looking at you like, why are you here again?
It's like, hey, dog, that dude, hey.
Well, and then guess who walks in the door? Antonio Conte.
Uh-huh.
And Antonio Conte will make you work.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why they didn't want him at Real Madrid, because his training sessions are notorious. And I guarantee you that they don't want him at PSG because of the magical A word, accountability.
Well, Florentino Perez didn't want to argue with Antonio Conte either.
No,
he didn't want to deal with that.
Pain. He's a man. And so you have to understand that Antonio Conte, if he comes in, he's going to demand certain players. He's going to demand just a lot. Just a lot. And in doing so, he will deliver results. But you have a squad of largely prima donnas on that team, and he will not handle the annual sabbatical of one Mr. Neymar. So I can tell you that's not going to happen.
No.
So if PSG hires Conte, immediately watch for if the rumors are true. But if they do, if all this happens, this domino effect happens, watch for the immediate issues with Neymar to pop up. Neymar to Barcelona, Neymar to Real Madrid, Neymar to wherever, because he's not getting along with Antonio Conte, because there's just a clash of personalities, a.k.a. I can't party and do whatever the hell I want because there's somebody running me half to death at training the next day.
There's that.
Yeah.
But where else would Antonio Conte end up, though?
Yeah.
Because I think PSG is the only spot left on the board for him if that job opens.
Right. And really I think what's going to happen is that if they move Ramos from Real Madrid, I would say that Carlo will be gone by January, and they'll bring Conte in instead. That's my 2 cents, that he's going to go on a sabbatical for the time being. And there will be jobs that will open up for him come January. I don't know if it's jobs he's necessarily going to want, but if let's say he takes the year as a sabbatical, goes and chills out, you're talking about Real Madrid is almost certainly going to be open. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't think he's going to go back to Chelsea, but if Roma turns into a dumpster fire, there could be Roma for him. There will be options, but PSG, you're right. PSG is the last of the big money options, the prestige jobs that Conte would want. So, the problem is there were two big fish out there, both with prima donnas. You're not going to have a ton of control. I just don't know from a personality standpoint, because you know who he is. You're going to get domestic success with Antonio Conte, but you will not get it. You will not get big tournament success with him. And so that's part of the issue. I mean, he may just be waiting for Roma to open up. And if Roma opens up, then it's there. But they seem committed to, this project with Mourinho, so we'll see how that goes.
18 months.
But with Inter taking Simone Inzaghi, I think it's an absolutely brilliant hire for them. He plays three in the back, just like Inter's used to. He's not afraid to play younger players. He's not afraid to have to deal with a bit of a working project, which is what he had at Lazio. So it's not the worst thing in the world for him to be moving to Inter and taking that job. I think it's wonderful. And I don't know if Inter had a ton of other options, to be honest with you. And Italiano, who was at Spezia, there was talk, because Spezia is essentially a minnow in Serie A, but it looks like the new owners are going to invest because Italiano's staying. So, it's if you're Inter, I think you absolutely did the best thing you could do. And I would rather take Inzaghi over Allegri with the dumpster fire that he's going to have to inherit up at Juventus, because you're talking about a new CEO coming in. The former CEO of Ferrari is coming in now, take over. Ronaldo, by the way, there's a report now that Ronaldo's hotel in Madrid is opening up in June.
Gee, I wonder who might be there to cut the ribbon on the place.
I wonder. It's going to be interesting to see how that works. But if Ronaldo wants out of Juve, you're talking about a rebuilding project. And I don't know if Allegri's going to have that much success, to be honest with you. He has attackers there, great. but the midfield's a disaster zone. He's already saying he's bringing back Chiellini, who somehow made the Italian national team for the Euros. I have no concept how this crap happens and why they keep doing it.
Okay.
You got Politano at home.
Okay.
And you brought a Chiellini? Get out of here.
Okay. I gotta ask. What in the bluest of blue hells did Italy need a 3-hour show to introduce their team for the Euros? And it had this in it. This is like a musical, over the top. This is a musical number with players.
Yes. What? Why? What's the problem?
Nothing shocked me when I saw the video of the musical group and the players are just kind of sitting there and the dude's whistling to start the song and you're just kind of sitting there, okay.
I want to go back to the Nike commercial in 2010, right? The Nike World Cup commercial. And when they were going through the different things with the players, right? Like the Spanish players were playing like table tennis. You had Drogba and everybody else, but you had Cannavaro, right? And they get to Cannavaro, and it's a stage that's very similar. And they had the girls, like with the Cirque du Soleil ribbons. Mm-hmm. You had like the 80-year-old singer with the sequin suit, and he's like, "The Cannavaro, dun, dun, dun." And they had like the rocket, the girls going through. And Cannavaro's kicked back, laughing, Mm-hmm. That wasn't an embellishment. There was nothing. That was dialed down from what you saw today.
That was a commercial. This was an official squad announcement.
Yes.
I think Garrett Southgate sent like a fax.
Yeah. Okay. Good. If you want to be boring and vanilla and lame and you want to not have any flavor in your food, and you don't want to have any demonstration of culture,
John's
and
English,
excellence, and showmanship, and everything else, do that. We turn up. we are a culture of showmen and showwomen. We turn up.
When was the last time you won the Euros?
Show up and show out.
It doesn't matter.
It's about the presentation and the lead-in.
Yes, Stella Quarta. We have 4 stars above the jersey, sir. 4. And we are showmen. We show up. Why do we need a 3-hour show? Because we wanted to do a 3-hour show. That's why. We wanted to have musical numbers. We wanted to have it. We wanted everybody in the country to turn on and be like, this is an event.
Allegedly, Roberto Mancini was playing like ping pong or tennis or something with frying pans with Daniele De Rossi. What in the blue hell?
Hey, it's a show.
Why not?
It's a show. We had after we missed on the last World Cup, we had to do something. We had to make it a show. We had to make it an event. Like we're back. We're back.
So it's ping pong instead of
I'm a Wario. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, we are. Look, we are Wario this go round. I don't even care. Look, we put on it. You can send in. You can have your little graphic designer. Oh, look, we're gonna put some flowers over here, and maybe a little flag over here. And here's our player names in this font with the number 14 type the sans serif font. And then no, we're not doing that. We're gonna have a 3-hour show with girls dancing and the band come out and they're gonna play, and then we're gonna have the Napolitano players get up there and they're gonna do backup chorus singing and whatnot. It's a show, baby. Showtime.
Okay.
Showtime.
Okay.
Take that full 8p to 11p primetime slot.
Yes.
On the Rai Uno.
Let's get. We now go live to Greg Berhalter announcing the U.S. men's national team.
Oh, they don't even get a show to do that. Come on now. That's like halftime of a random game.
We go now to Division III badminton. That's right. ESPN would dump Division III badminton over it anyway. So whatever. Look, we got prime time, baby. Prime time. We don't have Lurch up there trying to stumble his way through who his roster is going to be.
You rang.
Oh, it's going to be a great team.
I think that's pretty much what Mancini said, though, except for playing tennis with a frying pan.
No, but we didn't have. But we had everything else surrounding it.
You had everything else. That's definitely true. It was something.
It's a show. That's what the bluest of blue hells is. That is what it is. It's a show.
That show? Okay. I'll try to avoid
it's
the blue hell.
It's the most azuriest of Azuri hells.
I'll try to avoid that.
I'm sorry that you don't like culture and entertainment, sir.
No, I like culture and entertainment. That was not actually good entertainment. Frying pan tennis. Frying pan tennis is not. Give me the band from Eurovision, and we're having a conversation.
Oh, see, now I would have anticipated that they would have made an appearance.
Let them hang out.
That would have happened.
Then we're talking entertainment.
I will say that. To me, that felt like a miss.
Yes,
that felt like a miss on that one. I think you should have. The guy with the tattoo, and Italian says the dance of life, and like right along the collarbone. That's what you need.
Danny.
So of course, where did England finish in Eurovision? Last.
Why are you talking bad about your favorite, John? What's up with that?
It was just a Eurovision comment.
Oh, you're not a Eurovision English snob. You're just a football league English snob.
Who won the Eurovision in 2006 again?
I believe it was Italy. This is a Euros, not a World Cup, sir.
Big tournament. Mm-hmm. Won Eurovision.
We'll see.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
We'll see. Danny DDT says they're celebrating now, so when they get knocked out early, Italians, they'll still be bleary-eyed and won't notice it too much.
Hey, that's you know what? I'm not worried. I will say, if remember what I always tell you guys, Twitch pitch, I'm always honest with you. I never bet with my heart, always with the brain. The contract issues with Donnarumma are concerning the hell out of me for his Euro performance because he gets in his head.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever he had money issues, and they were calling him Dollaruma previously in the first go-round when they were battling with Managerial, and the Ultras were throwing fake money at him, it got in his head, and he had a string of poor performances. To go through this now, where the entire city of Milan is ready to just riot and throw him and Mino Raiola completely out of town, I do have concerns about that. I have concerns with the Italy squad that Politano was not brought in. Mosaken was left off. I have some major issues with this group, but maybe it's ride or die. So we're going to see what happens. I feel I'm not terribly concerned with Germany. I don't think anyone's going to step up and play their butts off for Yogi Low. England is.
England.
We know what's going to happen with them. They're going to get to the quarterfinals, and then,
you better watch this one. You better be careful on this one.
We all know
they did go
happen.
to the World Cup semifinal in the tournament that Italy didn't qualify for.
There's a magic red card that pops up here or there. We know what's going to happen. It's like a mid-major in March Madness. We know. That was the cute mid-major. They're making a run. They're not anymore.
Okay. I don't know about that one. They're pretty good.
Hey, it's okay. No, they are. Look, England, if England can't get it done with this group, because this is probably one of the most talented England squads that they've had in a long time. So realistically, all jokes aside, England should do really well in the tournament, but they have to get out of their heads. Their problem is not with on-field play. Their problem's upstairs. They have to get those things loose.
What about
France?
No, look, France is a monster. Yeah, there's no getting around the fact that France is a monster. It's going to be interesting to see how that team is from a hustle and drive standpoint after the World Cup. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out. If they're still hungry for it, they still want to do something, because they have a window to do something like very Spanish in nature, where they can come through, they win a World Cup, win the Euros, and then you're solidifying yourself as one of the greatest European teams of all time. And so if France shows up, I don't think anybody in Europe's beating them. I mean, it would take the the ghost of every Catenaccio manager ever made to slow that squad down, because I mean they got some boys that can absolutely gash you. They have some steel in the midfield, and of course if you can if you can somehow manage to keep up with them, then they can put shots in from anywhere. It's a very, very tough team to find a lot of weaknesses with. So,
Dawn with a question. If France wins, should Conte win Ballon d'Or? He
absolutely.
should be in the mix.
Absolutely, he should be in the mix. Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
Lewandowski's, as Danny points out, is a very difficult one, but Conte should absolutely be in the mix.
Right. He should be in the mix. Part of me feels like Lewandowski should get it because he was screwed over in the COVID round. So I think you have to have a make good with Lewandowski and say, you know what, even if it's like the Lifetime Achievement Award with like with the Oscars, I think it's one of those where you say, because of COVID and we need to award Pierce Ballon d'Or to, Robert Lewandowski, and he comes out. And this year's
setting the record, and beating the Gerd Mueller record.
He could absolutely win this though, because this year he's been ridiculous as well.
Right.
I mean, it's not like he hasn't been good. So he would.
I don't want to see Ronaldo anywhere near it.
No,
I really don't. I don't want to see Ronaldo anywhere near the finalists for Ballon d'Or. But I think that's a fantastic call out for Conte. I mean, if France was the Euros, my God, if he's healthy and he goes beginning to end on that tournament, he's a machine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like a one-man like a smiling Terminator out there. He just that dude terrifies me, man.
The grinning assassin.
Right. I mean, he's smiling, chasing it down like his engine does not quit. He did half of the crap in Champions League during Ramadan when you're fasting and you can't drink water, and he's still out there like. I want none of that smoke. No, sir.
All right, John, I've got one for you here that I got to get since you are the English snob of the show.
Oh, sure, yes.
No, you are. You absolutely are. There's no denying that. So, Morecambe they won promotion.
Morecambe, yeah.
Morecambe. They won promotion to League One?
Yes.
Okay. What was the deal with a game-changing penalty decision?
It had to do. It was 30 seconds into the second to 15.
Okay.
And they were trying to determine whether or not contact was made just outside the box or just inside the box.
Okay.
And
no VAR or anything, right?
No VAR for anything at Wembley in any of the three matches.
Yeah, that's great. Good job.
And so, and so that to me was an instant red flag. But
good job.
So they were trying to determine whether or not the contact of the player was just outside or just inside. They said it was just inside. They called penalty, no VAR. Kick goes in, 1-0, and Morecambe eventually wins and gets promotion.
Badger says the player was outside the box. Let's hear what Morecambe's manager, Derek Adams, had to say afterwards.
Derek, I must ask you about the penalty. Common consensus was it wasn't, so I'm sure you've got sort of a lot of thoughts for Mike Flynn. I think if it was the other way, you'd be screaming.
No, I've got no sympathy for them. 3 times this season they've had 3 of our players sent off, and I think that sometimes in life, justice, and that was justice.
So no VAR at this level?
Listen, if they want VAR, they want VAR, but this season they had 3 of our players sent off, and sometimes in life you get your comeuppance. Today was that, I'm afraid.
Wow. That's savage.
I did not hear this. I did not know about this that was said post-match. That's savage.
Wow, Derek Adams. I don't know how to feel about this.
And the thing about Morecambe is they're a 101-year-old club. And they've spent the last 14 years in League Two. Mm-hmm. A lot of that time over the last decade has been at the bottom of the table, and a lot of folks thought that Morecambe was going to get relegated this year. And so a lot of folks have just been crapping on Morecambe as far back as I can remember, and Morecambe has this run, and they end up getting the promotion to League One, and it's going to be, is it going to be a one and done for them, or are they going to hang around for a while, considering everything they've accomplished? But I did not know that was said post match.
That's
that was bold,
man. I think I like it. I think I kind of like the savagery, but wow,
yeah,
I didn't see that one coming.
I love it.
Interesting.
Give me more of that.
But yeah, the biggest thing for me was that there wasn't any VAR for the matches at Wembley this past weekend. I mean, that would, to me, I would have liked for something like that for these games that supposedly meant as much as they did, whether it was the championship play-in, the League One or the League Two play-in, to where you get to advance or you don't. But no, that was the biggest thing for me. Is I would have liked to have seen VAR, and then you have moments like this where you have post-match savagery from the winning manager.
I mean, you gotta be true to yourself, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he could not hold back his savagery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good grief.
I think it's needed.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Let them know.
Yeah, you have to occasionally. Let's go back to this for a minute because Nick, thoughts on Steven Gerrard to Everton?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, that's about how I feel. BBC's gossip section has Steven Gerrard, Rafa Benitez, and Nuno Espirito Santo as the possibilities for Everton.
The tuba hit just about at the right time after you finished your sentence.
That's right.
Is that Steven Gerrard walking in the door at Everton?
No, this is Steven Gerrard walking in the door.
There's no way.
It can't happen.
No.
There's no way. There are a lot of guys who I would be like, yeah, sure, they can make that move. I don't. I used to say there's no way in the world anybody can make that move, but after Mihailovic went to manage Milan, after he said that he would rather be dead than play for Milan, then that. I think you have to start accepting the fact that people like paychecks and money.
Yeah, but like Rafa. Ragamuffin says there's no way Rafa goes there. I could see Rafa going there. I don't know if it's the best hire, but I could see that.
Going there before Stevie G.
I can't see Stevie G going there because Stevie G is next in line at Liverpool.
Yeah, and you don't go to the blue team across the park.
No.
Waiting for the red team to go back across the park.
You can't do it. If Daniele De Rossi wants to be the manager at Roma down the line, he can't go to Lazio?
He can't manage Lazio.
No, you can't do that. There's no way.
He could manage. See, here's the thing. He could manage Fiorentina.
Sure.
He could manage Sassuolo.
Sure.
He could manage Napoli. He could not manage Lazio.
No,
there's no way in
hell. No, Stevie G could go to a lot of places in England if he wanted to leave a cushy gig in Scotland right now. But, not Everton.
You go to Palace.
Nobody wants to go to Palace, John. Let's stop that. Nobody wants that job.
No, but it really, he's one of those guys that he is so entrenched in Liverpool lore that I don't see being that guy. And I think the De Rossi conversation nails it. I think it's perfect. It's a perfect analogy because there's just some players who I think are tied to their clubs in such a way, like that religious devotion to one club, that I don't see them making that move. And again, call up some of these coaches in Germany and make the move.
Okay, I'm watching the Morecambe penalty right now, and that's a horrendous decision. I don't like the manager anymore from Morecambe. That's awful. You just don't say anything after a call that bad. No, that's awful.
Yeah. What's wrong? It's justice. What happened?
It's a comeuppance. It's a comeuppance.
Yeah.
It's a comeuppance.
Jeez, it's a horrible call.
Literally, it was in the semicircle outside the box.
It's good, like 3 steps outside the box, and the guy falls in.
You know, sometimes these things happen.
It's a comeuppance.
It's a comeuppance. It's justice.
And then he goes inside the box, and it's like 1, 2, 3, fall.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awful. All right, we got. I think we've talked about a lot of the managers are still. Tottenham still doesn't have a manager either. Jurgen Klinsmann waiting for the phone call. Everton now needs a manager. Palace needs a manager. Anybody else in England that needs a manager in the Premier League? Is that the 3?
Let's see here.
I mean, we know Newcastle needs a manager. Sorry, Alex, but they do.
Yes. Yeah.
Like they don't have somebody in place. They don't have a pretender in place.
Right. Let's see. Nope.
So we got 3 jobs.
Wolves, Palace,
Tottenham.
Yeah, Wolves, Palace, and Spurs. That's it.
Everton, 4 jobs.
Everton, 4. Right.
Sorry, I forgot Wolves because I'm just waiting to see who the agency wants to appoint for that job. So that one doesn't even count. 3 jobs. Okay. PSG could be open if. And it depends on who you talk to because it's the same thing. You got like people saying Pochettino wants to leave. He told everybody he wants to leave. You've got another group saying, well, they triggered his extension for another year, so somebody's going to have to buy him out. Mm-hmm. West Brom's not in the Premier League anymore, Ragamuffin, thankfully. So I was just talking about Premier League jobs. Maybe Wolves can go join them one of these days with their agency.
Hey, look, we haven't heard from Poch yet. I'm just saying.
We haven't heard from Pochettino yet. But it's like
one of those things where this is shocking and amazing. But they have these things now that work pretty much anywhere in the world.
He might be back at the Asados and playing foot golf like he was when he didn't have a job for a while.
Well, I'm sure if QSI were so inclined, they could call him up on their super mega ultra satellite phone. They would park a satellite directly above him. And I'd be like, hey, can you just make a statement on like an official account saying how thrilled you are to be here and you don't want to, and we're going to win the Champions League. Okay, thanks, bye.
All right, we've got to do a PSA here first.
Okay.
We have to do a public service for our friend Shooter McGavin, our resident New England Revolution fan. Shooter has been a Wolves fan, and Shooter was shocked and appalled by, 1, Wolves' cheapness, 2, they're being run as a shadow component of the agency. So Wolves is no longer Shooter's team in England. He needs a new team. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want bandwagon stuff. He doesn't want losers either.
Wow. Okay.
John, off the top of your Nick, who are you recommending for Shooter?
No. We have a process for this.
Yeah, we do.
We have it's called the commission.
Okay.
So
are we the commission?
We're the commission.
Okay, let's do this.
We're the commission.
All right.
And essentially what will happen is the client,
Shooter.
The client, in this case, Shooter, will bring forth a case.
Okay.
He is walking away from Wolves. Wolves are no longer in the conversation.
I'm going to try to vocalize Shooter's case. Let's see. What do we have so far? Shooter says, cheap bastards, talking about Wolves.
So it's like, so what kind of a club? We need the kind of personality for a club and a fan base.
Hold on. You're jumping ahead, John. There's a process. We're getting the Shooter making his statement on why he wants out of Wolves fandom.
Okay.
They're cheap bastards.
The plaintiff is recognized.
I know he was very angry about that whole agency thing with the agency and portion here and ownership and this and that. And the like kind of shadow world going on. Cheap bastards has come up multiple times. Okay. So that's Shooter's case.
Well, and a club that wants to win but doesn't win.
No, that's what he's looking for. John, stick with me here, okay? Stay focused.
We have to go through the entire
process. Stay focused. You're jumping ahead again. All right, so Shooter has stated his case. They are cheap bastards, and he was angry about the ownership situation with the agency and Nuno and the shadow work going on. Okay. That's the case.
All right.
Okay, so he has stated his case that essentially he's claiming incompetence and corruption.
Yes.
And that being the reason that he would
disown
himself from said club. Okay, noted. Those are valid.
Valid.
I put forth a motion that we find those valid.
Second.
We have
second.
okay,
Yes.
second.
There you go.
Third. We are unanimous.
Third.
Okay, so the
Unanimous consent so ordered.
the client's case is so
Okay,
forth,
hold on, just in case. One last entry. Wolves remind Shooter of his ex-wife.
Oh. Unanimous consent. Move forward.
Yes.
We are expediting this.
Yeah, we'll expedite this process now.
Expediting.
This is an expedited case. Okay, so the rules are you must not select the team that has either won your league or a significant trophy in the past 2 seasons.
Okay.
In the NFL, I would say it would be 4 seasons,
right.
But for our purposes,
Shooter's taken that a step further. He has said no Big Six teams.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that's fine. I think we can agree with this. If Shooter wanted to choose Leicester, I'd be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not Big Six.
Right.
They've won in the last 5 years. They did win FA Cup.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to choose them.
Right.
You want to rule out Leicester too?
I would like to table Leicester, but if I'm outvoted on that, then so be it.
Okay. We'll see where that one goes.
Leeds, I think, would be an excellent candidate.
Mm-hmm.
But understand, Shooter, that selecting a team like Leeds, where you are involving yourself with a cult of personality, like Bielsa, when Bielsa leaves and they hire, Neil Lennon to come in and you play caveman football after the beauty that's happening, this will be your team. Do you so accept any potential setbacks such as that?
Manager upheaval and short-term titles.
West Ham has also been suggested.
Understood.
From the audience.
Okay.
Is there anybody else, John, that you would bring forward?
No, for me it would be Leicester. If I understand that Leicester has been tabled, but it would be Leeds, West Ham, and Leicester would be the 3.
Okay, I was just asking for one, but that's 3. Okay,
but no, but like I said, I mean, Leicester being a part of the discussion. I would not venture any other clubs into the mix that have been currently discussed.
Okay. I'm willing to greenlight Leicester as they are in 5th. They finished the league 5th, and they are not a Champions League team for this year, so there's no Champions League bandwagoning taking place.
We have 2 more suggestions.
Okay.
Norwich is on the board. Okay. And Everton is on the board from 2 folks.
You would be not a ground floor member, but you would be walking into uncharted waters with Everton. Understand that.
Nuno might follow you to Everton.
True,
Shooter.
That is true.
Nuno might end up at Everton.
Can I move to preemptively? Are we considering Spurs top 6?
They're a Big 6.
A big 6.
Okay, good. Because I was going to ban them outright.
Okay.
No one should be. Yeah. The court should never put that kind of torture upon someone.
Sorry, Spurs fans. Sorry.
Okay. Don has suggested Norwich. Though.
We said that, John. I said Norwich.
And that's another ground floor opportunity.
That's a ground floor opportunity.
I would actually absolutely second Norwich into the mix. That I've always appreciated that they try to play. I've always appreciated that they follow a process. They don't just go throw crazy money around. Like, they try to do things the right way. Do they spend money? Shooter asked. They don't really have a lot. No. They will spend what they can. But they're not a big spending team because they don't have a lot of money to spend.
Right.
Yeah.
Dawn wants to throw Brentford into the mix. I want to get this to 4.
Okay.
Because we're going to put up a vote to help Shooter choose.
Okay.
We are the commission, and we have to put forward our suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a fan suggestion, and then Shooter gets to make a pick.
Okay. And Shooter also, where Norwich is concerned, if you're into character assembly, the British version of Martha Stewart is the owner of Norwich, if you're into that kind of personality-based for your ownership.
That might be good or bad. I don't know.
There we go. All right, so from the commission standpoint, the teams that we have so far, we have Leicester, West Ham, Leeds, Norwich, and do we have a fifth that we're floating around with before we do any sort of whittling down?
Everton.
Well,
Everton's the other one that's come up from multiple people.
But then that was the whole idea of Nuno going from Wolves to Everton.
That let Shooter make a. I'm not suggesting it, but
right.
I'm not either.
Let's leave that one out there. Okay, so the poll is going up for people to help Shooter make his pick. You got 3 minutes to vote, people.
That's right.
Who should Shooter support? Leicester, West Ham, Norwich, Leeds, or Everton? Those are the 5 choices. The fans will make their choices. 4-card, you can vote for somebody else. No Swansea because they're not in the Premier League. Ragamuffins being very mean to John.
Right. Because if we were going outside of England, I would probably have suggested Venezia to him. But we're staying England in the Prem.
Shooter says, guys, this vote will be my team. Now, Shooter, here's the process. So you're going to have the fan vote. We're going to give you a suggestion as well. We might go against the fan vote. It's possible. We're the commission.
Yeah.
And Shooter's Wolves jersey will be on eBay soon. So, we did not forget Palace. We remembered Palace. I remembered Palace. I don't want to wish that on anybody.
No, and by the way, I am watching When Eagles Dare right now, the miniseries that is set to come out, and I've seen the first 4 episodes. Very, very good about Palace and them almost being liquidated and getting into the Premier League back in 2012. So it's a really good miniseries.
Yeah, I would still not vote for anything.
No, I would not have put Palace in there. No,
I
will put forward a motion to have Shooter list the final sale price of his Wolves jersey.
Yes, please, Shooter. Let us know. Let us know what that means.
Strictly for comedic purposes only.
Yes, please, because I hope it gets you more than $20, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, we got just a little bit of time left on the vote. Leicester, West Ham, Norwich, Leeds, and Everton are. The Shooter says he's selling that thing for $10.
Buy it now.
Nice.
Buy it now. $10.
Buy it
Shipping
now.
covered.
$5
$10
free shipping,
including shipping.
Yes. Bunch of losers that'd rather wear a division championship shirt. Nice. Woo, boy, this is good times. Shooter is going to have a couple of suggestions.
We must stipulate that the commission's findings that henceforth,
yes,
even if Wolves makes a deal with the devil himself, wins the Prem, wins Champions League. Look, no T-Rex expected the asteroid, okay?
That's
it
true,
happened.
but yeah.
But you cannot go back to them.
No, Shooter.
No.
Can't do
It's
it.
a wrap. It's a wrap. You
You're
have
done.
henceforth
Door
closed.
closes, you got to walk.
You're selling
Yes.
the shirt for $10. It's over.
Right. And should you choose to relinquish this this sacred oath that you're putting forward today, you will be banned, I say, from the Twitch pitch forevermore.
Wow. What? That's harsh.
Forevermore. That is the kind of sacred oath we're putting forth here today.
All right, we have a winner. Everton won the vote.
Good.
Norwich
Lord.
was next, and Leeds was next. Are we going to abide by an official suggestion of what people voted for, or are we going to suggest something different as the commission?
We can suggest so Everton is the fan vote.
Yes.
Right. So I think that we probably, if we disagree with the fan vote, should come up with an alternative and then have those two.
Shooter says we get a vote. Do you want each of us to vote, Shooter? Ragamuffins, very sad for Shooter. Ragamuffins are a Liverpool fan. Shooter, do you want each of us to give you a suggestion, or do you want us to have to come up with a collective suggestion?
Do we need to confer?
I think that we should confer and give a collective suggestion.
I think he wants one from each of us. Shooter, each of us or the collective? I'll give you a second to answer so we make sure we know.
Right.
Each, please.
Oh, each.
All right, John, make your statement quickly. Who are you campaigning for Shooter?
Let's see. And I know that you wanted this quickly, and I feel, Shooter, I feel for you in wanting to be with a winner. There are options of winning and being right toward the part of the European theater, coming into something at the ground level, or something exciting. And I know that you're looking for something that is absolutely exciting. And I think that if you combine a fan base with excitement, I'll go with Leeds.
Okay.
It was a very tough decision on my part, but I will go with Leeds as my number one.
Okay. Nick?
You have been unwittingly a supporter of a team embracing debauchery, led by scoundrels.
Scoundrels, yes.
Leading lives of depravity.
Yes.
I think that you need something good in your life, Shooter. I think you need a positive experience with ownership that seems to be engaged and loyal to a particular town, more so than just, hi, we're here, you're like Liberty Media is with the Braves. You're just a line item. I don't think you need that. I think you need Leicester City in your life. There's a small Leicester community here in this town. I think that is a group that you could fall in with.
Well, Shooter's not in Atlanta, though.
Shooter, where are you at, man?
I think he's up in New England. He's
in
New England.
He's in New England. Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. Very well. Well, I would suggest then Leicester City.
Leicester's a good suggestion.
It's good.
Yeah, the color scheme's not terribly different than what you're used to. It's not going to be a shock to the color palette. You probably have a lot of stuff that's blue that you can match up already with it. So I say roll with the Foxes. We must consider fashion in these decisions.
Yeah, because the oblong football team shares some of the same colors as Leicester. So
blue.
No, they don't. No, they don't. It's navy blue and red, and we're talking like royal blue. You guys, Shooter, don't listen to these two clowns, okay? Shooter, let me get you into the right frame of mind here. I am going to suggest a team that has the oldest football chant in the world, written in 1890, and it is still sung in the ground. I am going to suggest a team with a very, very invested owner who is very vocal in her support of the team and has at one point possibly been a little sauced at halftime, possibly, allegedly, overserved. She owns a team, so I mean, she could probably do that.
Place. She can get whatever she wants.
Delia Smith, the famous moment in English football, said this.
A message for the best football supporters in the world. We need a 12th man here. Where are you? Where are you? Let's be having you. Come on.
Delia Smith wants you to join Norwich City, Shooter. The Canaries need you. They do things the right way. They play the right way. No, they're not a big club. No, they're not Leicester. No, they're not Leeds. They are a humble team that does things the right way, and they need your support, Shooter. That is my case. Let's be having you.
Completely understand your logic, sir. I was
no. There's no rebuttals, John. No, there's no rebuttals.
No. I'm not rebuking.
No. You had your time. You had your time.
I'm saying is, I understand where you're coming from. I understand your candidate.
Wow. You are out of order, sir.
Seriously, stop.
You're out of order.
Let it go. You're still campaigning. No, Shooter gets to make his pick.
I'm not campaigning. I'm empathizing.
The gentleman will cease. The gentleman will cease.
Shooter gets the pick. Shooter, we are awaiting your suggestion. Your pick.
Reclaim your time.
It is your floor, Shooter. You can choose whoever you want to support. All are good choices. All are good. He doesn't like that Leicester just won. I mean, I get it. It's the FA Cup, but
I think that's I think it's outstanding that you comment on that very well.
I totally understand. Shooter is thinking. I choose ... Who is it going to be, Shooter?
Baccavardi.
Well, no, I mean, he says he doesn't like that Leicester just won the FA Cup.
Shooter, who are you picking?
This is big.
This is big.
What's the color going to be?
Leeds.
Hey!
Leeds.
You are joining a club that has such illustrious fans as Nikolai Walder-Costo, otherwise known as the Kingslayer on Game of Thrones.
Yes.
He is a noted Leeds fan. So you are...
Russell Crowe, I think, is too, isn't he?
I believe so. So you are in good company, good sir. We salute you on your selection.
Shooter is now going to watch the Amazon show, and Dawn already chimes in, Dirty Leeds. I like it.
Well, see now, and Shooter, I think that watching the Amazon program, watching that series, Take Us Home. I mean, it's a very well put together series,
really good.
And I think that you will get a good base for your Leedsness now.
It's really good.
This.
Shooter, one of your biggest rivals is Manchester United. They really hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leeds has a few rivals.
I will state that the commission, at this point, before we adjourn, I'd like to remind Mr. Shooter that no matter where you are now, you are henceforth deemed by the commission, Nomine Patri, Filii, et Spiritus Sancti, a Leeds United supporter.
Mm-hmm.
You will immediately and henceforth dispose of all toxic waste, now known as your Wolves gear.
Yes.
Nothing may remain, even if there's something that is a gift from from someone you really care about. No, that's gone. It's toxic waste now. You don't keep toxic depleted uranium in your home. You wouldn't Wolves gear in your home. So, but we do ask that you please let us know the final sale price.
Yes, and Shooter, as a show of support from the commission, I will do the same thing. I have a Wolves kit that I kept because the sponsor across the front was Doritos, and I thought it was kind of cool just to have Doritos across the front of a jersey that is a part of my collection. I will donate my Wolves jersey to a local charity as a part of this support for you and your decision.
Wow.
We're now going from Wolves to Leeds. I will take my Wolves Doritos jersey.
Wait a minute. Did you buy the jersey just because it had Doritos on the front?
Yeah.
That's the most John thing in the history of John things.
It is. It really is.
So I will take it off. I will take it. I will take it out of the closet with all of the other jerseys that I have. It will exit that room of treasure.
Wow.
It will come off the hanger. It will be donated to a local charity. So I will support you in this endeavor by doing that to my own personal collection.
What other show? I defy you. What other show?
Shooter is also going to donate his jersey to charity.
Look at this. Amazing.
Where are you? Let's be having you!
That's all I have to say.
Hey, but henceforth you are a Leeds United supporter. The commission will now stand in recess. We appreciate everyone's participation in the perhaps what could be the biggest moment in Shooter's life. So we are thrilled that a positive resolution can be found. We salute all the participants, and at this time, the court stands in recess. This is the plaintiff.
This is the plaintiff, Wolverhampton Wanderer, Shooter McGavin.
Hey, look, when they hit the wah-wah pedals and like the bongos kick in.
Oh yeah,
that is the most low-key, awesome 80s TV show theme music of all time. Low-key.
It's good.
I mean, nothing beats Knight Rider, but I mean,
your defendant, Wolverhampton Wanderers.
I got kicked out of the courtroom completely.
The interview with Doug Llewellyn, I'm sure, did not go well for Wolves on the way out.
It did not at all. Doug Llewellyn might have kicked somebody in the nether regions. Badger wonders if it was sponsored by the taco-flavored Doritos. They're the same color as Wolves. John, answer.
Straight up Doritos. There was no flavor associated with it.
Okay.
I can go get it out of the heralded closet for display, but it was just like straight up Doritos. It looked like the nacho cheese. I don't think it was taco flavored.
That's okay. Four Card says John is a 10-year-old with a disposable income. That's the truest thing that's ever been said on this show. Wow.
Look, I'm chasing after that Aberdeen jersey that you've got on, man. I'm chasing after that the vintage stuff that they've recently put out.
Look, it's good to know people, right? It's good to know people who know people, and I know people. So, yes.
Look at that. Look at that.
You know,
that's some strong stuff.
I'm just saying.
Dude, let me just drop this.
I did.
Right here.
It's right here. You know.
Let me drop the Connect.
You know, just saying.
Let me tell you.
Shooter does want to see the jersey collection sometime. Maybe John can do a video if he can figure out how to record that.
Yeah, I mean it's very, 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 very crowded in the heralded closet. So you'll just see a bunch of things on hangers. I might have to do a bit of a walker and kind of pull some out just to kind of sit there and show. But it ranges from the NPSL to Galatasaray, just off the top of my head.
All right, that's a pretty good range. It's not bad. We'll have to get a video for this. Do you have a Cruz Azul jersey?
No, I do not. I need to work on my Liga MX. I have a Xolos fan jersey, and I have the matching Caliente Xolos scarf off to stage right.
Okay, Caliente sponsors like everybody, so
they do.
Really that big
they
of a
do.
Deal.
It has the Xolos and the dog and everything on the scarf. It's sponsored by Caliente, but yeah, the one in Liga MX I have, and I want to get Mazatlan. I want to get theirs, the Kraken.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. What's the deal with Xabi Alonso doing a little video with the Mazatlan hat? What's the dealio?
I don't know that.
I mean, he did like that. That's out there today, and it's kind of like, why is Xabi Alonso doing a Mazatlan thing? Mexico's gone nuts, by the way. So you have that.
Yes.
You have Mesut Ozil and Justin Verlander and Kate Upton and others buying into Necaxa.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You have what else?
Eva Longoria is.
Yeah, like everybody. Mindy Kaling might drop Swansea and buy into Necaxa now because she's heard all the talk from John. What else? You've got Atlético San Luis, I think, allegedly changing their branding to Club de Cuervos, like the TV show. I mean, it's like everything is going nuts. Ricky Ricardo, is Xabi Alonso really the manager of Mazatlan? I am very skeptical of this. I think they sent him a hat and he did a video.
I think so.
I don't know. I'm curious and I'm confused. And Mexico's gotten really weird today. Liga MX is out of control.
Does Xabi Alonso have Cameo? Is that what happened? They sent him a hat and like $200 and he cut a video?
That would be awesome if that's the case.
Probably.
I know that there are a few people out there who kind of shocked me that are on Cameo.
So, okay, now
including a former Chelsea manager.
Now there is also the thing with Necaxa because Liga MX has come out and said this just a little while ago. Basically, what Necaxa was trying to do with their star-studded ownership group was you would have, I guess, a 1% stake of the team, or everybody who bought this NFT thing would own a part of the team. Liga MX has said, yeah, that's not going to work. That's not how we do things around here. So that idea is already thrown in the trash. Good job, Necaxa. Yeah.
Well, and apparently, and I don't know, apparently Atletico has 10 days to figure out what to do with Atlético San Luis because they own like 61% of the franchise.
Right.
And because they finished dead last, they had to pay a 120 million peso penalty.
Yeah.
And so now they're trying to figure out.
They're trying to sell the team, it appears. And the former GM of the Houston Astros and a marketing executive are buying it and going to turn it into the real-life version of Club de Cuervos, a Netflix television program.
Well, I guess Jeff Lunau's got to think of something to do since Major League Baseball's not letting him do anything.
Well, there's that. It is that guy. Mexico's gone crazy today. But don't buy the NFT thing thinking you're going to join the Mesut Ozil and Kate Upton and Justin Verlander ownership group because Liga MX said that ain't happening.
So,
you know.
but no, I wonder.
Evil Longoria, too. Sean Marion is also involved in this. How many people are in this group? Like
as many as LAFC, maybe
more. It appears, and they tried to have even more with this whole NFT thing that didn't work. Good job, Nick Oxa. Probably needed to vet that one before you went out with.
That's what I'm thinking.
There are a lot of. I'm getting lost on the soccer cameo.
Oh, you went down that road. Who can we get a cameo of?
There's a lot of Liverpool guys on here. There's Phil Thompson.
Surprised they're plucky upstarts. Nick, are you shocked?
Neil Razor Ruddock.
Oh, I like Razor Ruddock.
Wow. It's a blast from the past.
John Aldridge is on there. Jose Enrique is on there. Good Lord. if one were so inclined. Brandy Chastain is on the soccer.
Okay.
The soccer cameo world. I'm skipping a lot of these. Hold on, let's see.
So Ricky's saying Marca and ESPN are running with the theory about Xabi Alonso. He was like in the running for a bunch of other jobs, and he just got Real Sociedad's second team promoted to the second division. Like, there's no way he's going to Mazatlan. That can't be true. I call shenanigans. Ian Rush
is on. Is another Liverpool.
How much would a cameo of Ian Rush be?
$120.
That's a little pricey. I'm not going to do that one. Sorry.
Andres Villas-Boas.
Oh, Andres Villas-Boas. Can we get him to talk crap about Marseille?
$200, and you get a turnaround in 24 hours. Apparently.
Well, that's good. I mean, he's not working right now, so I guess.
Yeah, really. So what else is he going to do? He's
fair.
Probably eating a sandwich, cutting a cameo.
Medio Tiempo has nothing about Xabi Alonso going to Mazatlan, and I think they would be in on this if this was
Valderrama.
Okay, what about Carlos?
$99.
That's a good number. That's not bad. If you haven't seen the Club de Cuervos logo, like first Atlético San Luis is like a Big Lots version of Atletico Madrid, which is no bueno.
Yes.
Club de Cuervos would be a very, very cool rebrand if they go down that road. The crest, if they just use the one that was in the show, it's pretty sweet. The Club of Crows. They're like the Black Crows of Liga MX.
Oh, easy there, Chief.
The Black Crows, like the band. They could come out like to Remedy or something.
Okay, see, now that'd be awesome. Get the Robinson brothers to just kind of sit there and be there for the opening concert.
But they don't they could make it through the concert without punching each other, probably. They don't like each other very much.
Freddie Adu, now discounted $57.
Oh, man. Now
from $75. Alex Roldan, $30. Fantastic value.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad for Sounders fans. That's a good one.
24-hour turnaround time. Michael Essien. For all you Chelsea fans out there, $100 for
Michael Essien deserves $100.
Okay.
If you were so inclined, Julian Gressel is on.
Julian Gressel's on cameo?
Down from $30, down from $40.
Okay. So a 25% off sale on Julian Gressel on cameo?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, so apparently the thing... Keep looking.
No, please explain whatever you're about to explain, John.
No. Just on Soy Football, it says the arrival of Coach Beñat San Jose to Mazatlan for the Apertura. The taped message by Xabi says, he's holding the Mazatlan hat, and the message translated. With this gift that I have received, I want to send a greeting to the people of Mazatlan, to all the people of the club. From here, you have one more fan of the club. I wish you good luck, Benyan, that you're going to do great. As in all the clubs you have been to, you're going to leave your mark on this great club, and we're going to follow you very closely. Good luck, and vamos Mazatlan.
There we go. Now that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Will
dude got a lid and was shouting out his
Yeah. That's good. Will with a very good question. Do the Robinson brothers like each other more than the Gallagher brothers of Oasis?
I think by default, yeah.
They do because neither one has called the other a potato on social media. And they actually have played somewhat recently. I think they were going to do a reunion tour before the pandemic. And I think that's back on now, I guess, unless they've started to hate each other again, which is always possible with those two.
Yeah.
But yes, there's no potato calling on social media between the Robinsons. Gallagher's, yeah, Liam thinks Noel's a potato.
So, I mean, when you call your brother a potato, I mean, literally, what are you referencing there?
A potato?
It's just random notion that, yeah, I just think you're a potato, or is there something about the potato that
John, don't try to get into Liam Gallagher's head. It's a dangerous place.
That's true.
Just smile and nod. He called somebody a potato. Just, that Liam, he's a crazy one.
He called him a potato. That wacky Gallagher.
If you are a Chelsea fan, Jorginho, $300.
Wow.
He's still down the rabbit hole. Are there any Milan people here?
Thank God, no.
No.
Avram Grant.
Avram Grant.
$1,000.
Wow. He is not playing around, Avram Grant.
Wow.
Turns around in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Wow, Avram. That feels like it's
Good Lord.
That's a little much.
That's pretty steep.
That's economic.
I don't know about that, Avram.
I don't know if Avram Grant's worth $1,000.
Man, I mean, how many Avram Grant fans are there out there to pay $1,000?
I don't know. Don't know.
Huh.
This is bonkers. This is like hell's.
Is that the Blue Hell?
Hell's pit here. Yeah, this is Blue Hell.
Is the band that won Eurovision on there? Because they should be. Because I might have to pay for something.
If you're a Canadian women's fan, Lauren Sesselman is on there for $25 with a value buy.
Former Atlanta Beat player Lauren Sesselman.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting out of here with that one. It's too much.
That's a good one to get out on.
Lots of excitement.
Did you see the Venezia celebration of their promotion to Serie A?
Absolutely.
The boat down the canal.
That's what you do when you are in Venice.
It is true. That is how you do a parade.
Go right down the canal.
There's no bus. There's no bus.
Right down Main Street, brother. Oh, it's water. Right down
the Grand Canal. We're gonna party. We're gonna, we'll be partying under the Rialto. It's gonna be big times. Hope to God no one tips the boat over.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No, but good for them. They're gonna have to do some serious figuring out of how they're gonna fit enough fans in that stadium to make it work in the Pinzo. But I am thrilled for Venezia. They really deserve it because the climb up from like City G is, I've called it, like a knife fight in a telephone booth. It is absolutely horrendous. They had to go through the playoff side of promotion, which is absolutely bonkers. They have, without question, I think, the best kits in the game today. Yes. Their away kit is really just magnificent. Currently hanging in my closet. When I shed about 5 pounds, I can put it on.
Can we get into Venezia for a minute? Because you got to tell me a little bit more about this club. So because I'm intrigued. The lion with wings on the crest, the colors.
Yeah.
I like everything that they're doing. I know for a minute there they were like really going down the social influencer route and getting a lot of people wearing the stuff, and it was kind of like, I'm gonna wait to learn a bit more. So now they're getting promoted. So I pull up their roster, and their average, or not average, their total market value on Transfermarkt for the roster as it currently stands, $24.67 million.
Okay.
The bottom team in Serie A at the end of the last season was Crotone. $52.75 million.
Yes.
When you get up to number 16 in the Serie A title, in the just in the ranking, number 16, Sampdoria, because it's Genoa, it's Spezia, and it's Benevento below that. That's your bottom four. Sampdoria is $119.57 million as your squad. Then it jumps up again to next one is Parma at $149.
Right.
Venezia is coming in $24.67. They have one player who's valued more than $3 million, 18-year-old Sebastiano Esposito, who was on loan from Inter, so he's not even theirs. The player that they have that is worth the most is a 28-year-old forward, Francesco Forte, $2.75 million, 28-year-old forward. That feels like they have a lot of work to do
Oh, it's hot.
to be
Are
in
you
any
kidding
way
me?
competitive.
Yeah. They have a wall. Their stadium can only seat like 7,400 people, 7,500 people.
Yeah.
You have to ride by boat. So if that gives you any idea. This team is everything on the wall says yo-yo team.
Yeah.
Everything about
I don't
it's
even
a
know if it's yo-yo. It's like up
One
and
and done.
back and not coming back.
But I will say that if their owner used to be, I believe he used to run the New York Stock Exchange. Right? He's like the former owner of the New York Stock Exchange.
Okay.
He understands that you have to, make some moves to protect your investment. They will make investments in that team.
Okay.
They are shockingly one of the largest brands in world football right now. Everyone, because of the kit junkies out there,
Yeah.
everyone knows who they are now. There was a time when Joe Tacopina owned the team that no matter what you thought about him, he had allegedly plans to build a stadium near Marco Polo International Airport, which is the airport that services the Veneto region in Venice. Mm-hmm. But of course, as with all things in Italy, red tape is red tape is red tape.
So Duncan Niederauer is the current owner. Charlie Stilitano on the football show this morning was talking about sitting a few rows in front of him on a plane recently. He was talking about his team and said, he sounded like a great guy. Everything sounded great. They didn't talk to him. And Ray Hudson was like, "Why didn't you turn around and introduce yourself?" It was very funny. What?
Niederauer got his MBA from Goethe at Emory.
There we go.
See, I'm asking because I like the underdogs.
Yeah.
I was a little bit like, okay, wait a minute. They're really trying to go down the social media influencer route. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to like it. I want to like them, not because of the influencer thing, but just because they're new. It's a cool look. Like, they play in this tiny little stadium, the Stadio Pierluigi Benzo. It's 7,400 people.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to like them.
Well, look, it's a team that if you love underdogs and you like fantastic fashion choices, Venezia is the club for you.
What about Salernitana?
I'm not the most fashionable, but
Venezia is the club for you.
I would like to be.
This is a club that has had numerous bankruptcies.
It appears so.
Yeah, when I was in Italy, gosh, what was it, 2006, 2007? I think the team had just gone defunct around that period, and I was able to find one soccer shop near the Rialto Bridge that the guy had to go and lift up a special compartment under the stairs. Like, they had like a little 5-step, like 5 steps up to the second floor, and the guy was like, "Hold on," and he opened up the thing, and he had to dig around in this and rifle around and find out one extra Venezia jersey. He's like, "This is the last one I have," but it has a number on it. Are you okay with that? And I'm like, "Give it to me." So I have like a 2006 or 2007 Venezia kit in my room right now, stashed away. It's bright green on one. It's like Miami color, so it's bright green on one sleeve, orange on the other. It's got the winged lion. But it's a club that's been through its share of hard knocks, and it's, why do they have a stadium that only seats 7,400 people? Well, it's Venice. You can't build. Go ahead.
Badger has a question.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So, Venice has been underwater a lot.
Yep.
I would have run the David Caruso CSI Miami Open after that.
It didn't deserve it. It didn't deserve it.
It would appear that your club is underwater.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was a good one, Badger. It's so bad, it's good. It's really bad.
If you become a Venezia fan, you have to understand that any games in the month of November and December have a real chance of being moved and or canceled because November is the rainy season, the beginning of the rainy season.
Okay.
And Venice is flooding like nobody's business now. Because the MOSA system that was supposed to protect the city, which it's essentially large inflatable doors that come up and shield the lagoon from water from the Adriatic coming in, and it's supposed to provide some sort of buffer. I think it was like what? The number is escaping me at the moment. It's obscene, the cost overruns, and it's like 15 to 20 years past its planned completion. So this is a club that has had its share of issues. It is in a city that is one of the most legendary cities in all of Italian history. But there are challenges that go with this team that you must understand if you're going to sign up for them.
I'm ready for challenges. I'm ready.
Is this a club that's going to get the SDH bump now? Is this the first Italian club to get the SDH bump?
That might test the limits of the SDH bump, to be perfectly honest.
I'm just saying. We've been following them for a minute. We just haven't gone official with it. So
I'm gonna keep watching. You know how I feel about Napoli, and I'll always have the warm feeling towards Napoli because of Diego, and that's. I'm not Italian. I can pick multiple teams. Okay, I'm making my own rules on this. I don't know if these guys are going to be in Serie A very long anyway. So
Yeah,
it's okay. Some people like front runners. It's okay. Pick who you want. But
who's a front runner in those two conversations? Napoli threw away a Champions League spot, and Venezia's budget's half of the worst team. Front runner. Good grief.
See, and for me, it might be Salernitana because doing just a very, very quick eBay search, I have come across a Panini rookie sticker from 1998-99 season from the Salernitana roster.
Yeah.
Of a gentleman named Gennaro Ivan Gattuso.
There you go. Of all the teams that are Serie A ready, Salernitana might be it. They have the stadium ready to go. They have the infrastructure ready to go. Their owners got to figure out if they're going to sell, which club he's going to sell. So it's a matter of, because you can't own two clubs in the same league in Italy.
Yeah.
So there are a couple of owners who have this sort of situation to work through. But if Venezia is a story that I can really get behind. It's the people of that city that do go. They love that team. They had an owner previously, Joe Tacopina, who really did push more of the influencer side of the business, but it helped get them to where they are now.
Did.
So
I get it. I understand it.
But they are undergoing an ambitious project where they are one of the few Italian teams that I know of who are actively supporting Italian-American dual citizens. And they are actively searching for soccer-playing dual citizens to bring them in.
Are you sending Jackie Fresh to Venezia, true or false?
We are exploring all options on the table at the moment. However, if any team wishes to speak to us at all about Jackie Fresh's services, we will be more than happy to entertain those conversations.
So you guys are talking again, though?
We are speaking in a professional sense.
Yeah,
you have intermediaries that are
no. I can report from the tabloids, which would be me from my broadcast booth, because they're right in front of me. I thought about throwing things at them last game, but I didn't.
Yes.
I did see they were sitting next to one another. I did not see a lot of talking, so I'm a little skeptical.
There's not, because he's heckling. He is heckling half the time. This time he was heckling the ref for most of the game.
That's fair.
And he does. He wants to turn around and yell to you and Mike. And at one point he's turning like, Jason! I'm like, dude, you gotta keep it down. You cannot. They're like on the post game show.
We wouldn't hear anything.
Right.
We wouldn't hear a thing.
So he's always yelling and heckling someone. It seems that heckling is a genetic trait, which I have been able to subdue rage. But
there, yeah,
he's there. So yes, we did go to the game. We are on speaking terms for the moment.
That's a step in the right direction, at least.
It is. It's a step in the right direction.
Okay.
It is a step. I don't see how you can give up Napoli though.
I wouldn't give up Napoli. I couldn't give up Napoli, but I do like what Venezia is doing, and I do want them to do well. So I'm going to pay attention.
Yeah, I'm taking the Godfather, the Vito Corleone approach to Venezia, which is as long as your interests don't conflict with mine.
That's almost like a different place. Like I want them to stay up. Like I want them to do well.
Right.
I like what they're trying to do.
I don't want you to win against Milan.
No,
I don't want you in a position to influence anything to do with our business. I really want you to succeed, though.
Yeah,
I want you to do well.
That's where I'm at with them. So I like what they're doing. Will is 100% correct. Jackie Fresh is the best member of soccer down here, and you can't change his mind. That's accurate.
Noted.
Yeah, that's accurate. We got picks of the week to talk about from last week. That's paper, John, yes.
Do we now?
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
It came down to the last game.
Did it?
Which it is wont to do. It could have gone one direction or the other.
Go in reverse order. Who was last?
That would be Jarrett with a 1-5 and a -376.
He's like 1-14. I mean, he's about to get relegated.
He's like the Toronto Maple Leafs of our picking.
Jarrett's about to get relegated. That's why he's not here. He has to get more than one right in 2 weeks to get a mic back. Like
wow.
It's bad.
Wow.
It's that bad.
Closed mouths don't get fed on this boulevard.
You know? It's really bad.
Jason's over here like Big Meech putting him down.
Hey, don't suck.
They call me Big Meech. Jason Marshall.
All right, who was third?
That would be Jason.
Yes, that's me. Did I finish in the positive money?
No, you were -97.
Just missed it. Stupid A-League. That's not bad. For third to be minus less than 100, that means it was a good week in the picks of the week. So congratulations, you two.
I was at a -80.
Okay.
And that would mean that the individual that has not yet been mentioned, who finished with a record of 3-3.
That doesn't mean anything. How much money?
Plus 213.
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
Well, when you're the only one of us to pick Chelsea.
Yep. I went extra time. I thought Chelsea would win it, but I didn't have the guts to go regulation. I thought it'd be extra time.
And picking Venezia, that's what got most of the momentum for him. And so that was how Nicolifi ends up with the Duke this week.
Like, how many times has Nick won now?
It's just 3 or 4.
You're the scorekeeper.
I think it's 7-4-2.
And 1?
Yes.
14. Yeah, because it's 14. So that would actually fit, yes.
So 7-4-2-1 is where we are right now. And the gentleman who has won his 4th in the history of this competition, I believe, has the floor.
Oh, jeez.
The lightning crashes and the thunder rolls, but there's no bad weather around. Yeah. You know something nobody's talking about last week or the week before? No, this isn't the calendar we're talking about right now. Yeah. And you know something? Jason Longshore, for too long, you've been talking about the Macho Man and how I'm going to be doing things. Oh, American Dirty South Dream. Jason Longshore, yeah. You will not win another one. The Macho Man. The cream rises to the top, and you are going to feel the elbow. Oh, yeah, like a lightning strike. Dig it? And from the top rope and all the way down, Miss Elizabeth. Let them know. Better than the best. Better than the best. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You okay there, bud?
No. A little dizzy.
Well, because when anyone tries to channel Mach for a promo,
yeah,
I mean it is difficult because it hurts your pipes and you're trying to get the mannerisms down, and that's a very difficult promo to pull off. And you gotta get the fingers going, and you gotta. That was a very difficult pull, but the fact that you did it for as long as you did, that deserves some props there.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You know what that reminded me of?
No, Jason.
You know what that reminded me of? What that reminded me of was a certain basketball team's fans, the New York Knickerbockers fans, who celebrated in the streets after winning a game. What's the overall record in that series?
Hey, look. Listen here, Jabroni Longshore. You did not win.
No, I didn't.
Sir.
You're over halfway to my number. It's impressive. Keep going.
Third. I was sitting at the top, sitting in sun rays with a limousine a mile and a half long. I was at the top, sir. You were sitting in economy class, way in the back, not getting the moistened towelette, not getting the drink service. I was up in first class, handling business, doing everything I needed to do. And you, sir, you are in the cheap seats. Don't you forget it.
You were keeping my seat warm because I've been there more than anybody else. And, it's nice to share the wealth. So have fun. Have fun.
It's okay. You could have had like Bolivian League too if you wanted, but you
No, I don't pick that stuff. I try to make the people happy. Like I say.
Okay, Jason.
Try to be benevolent here and make people happy. So. You guys have to get help from the Twitch pitch, and then there's
I got help from the Twitch pitch.
Serie B promotion playoffs. It's all good.
No help.
No, you didn't get help. You didn't get any help. That's fair enough.
No. The Iron Sheik received no help.
You got it on the Chelsea win because you had huevos to make that pick. So yes, I commend you. But it's a little over the top. Just saying.
No. Look. I believe just as Italy did a 3-hour.
Why am I not surprised it's over the
3-hour promo?
Basically.
We are an extra people. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I figured you and Nick Khalifa would talk about Jabroni Longshore.
That's right. I win in the Madison Square.
Who was? Wait a minute. Who was that trying to talk trash? Who was that talking trash? With one win? You can't talk during the segment. No, you can't. No, Jared's got 2 wins. He can at least talk a little bit, but he's got to win more than one.
People.
So when Ricky Ricardo mentions Jabroni Longshore, I can't talk to Nick.
No.
About one of the greatest Greco-Roman wrestlers of all time.
No, you can't.
One of the greatest.
Win more than 1 week.
The bodyguard for the Shah.
Win more than 1 week, I'm just saying. All right, we got picks.
The Madison Square Garden. All intelligent fans know Iron Sheik, greatest champion. Win at the Madison Square Garden.
Win at the Madison Square Garden.
So
Still
we got
one of the best promo cutters of all time.
Mm-hmm. We got picks. We got to make up one day's got to have 2 games.
He's correct.
It's going to be weird for a little while, all right? Because we don't have the big leagues going. We have some other leagues going. We got national team stuff going, but we don't have the competitions really starting yet outside of some World Cup qualifiers in South America and CONCACAF. It's going to be weird. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. So, Nick's got 2 picks of games. We've got 2 consensus picks because Jarrett's not here. Actually, wait. Are we going to have to do a 3rd consensus pick because of this madness? So 2 picks. I got a pick. John's got a pick. That's 4. No, we got 2. Okay, we got 2. But one day is going to have 2 games. We don't know which day it's going to be yet. This is going to be strange. Nick's got a veto. All right. So
I don't know. What am I going to veto in this?
I know. This is going to get weird.
I don't know what I can even veto.
Just wait till they come up with something for John. Just wait. Wednesday, we got USL Championship. Red Bulls 2 and Tampa Bay Rowdies. Sacramento and Oakland are probably the two best games. We're not friendlies. No, we don't do friendlies. Fair enough. Is that a fair rule?
I think that's
Fair.
more than
Okay,
fair.
no friendlies.
Fair.
Madness. A-League, Brisbane Roar and Perth Glory. We got J-League. We got Yokohama FC against Kawasaki Frontale. Or Frontale. I'm not sure. We got Copa do Brasil. Corinthians, Atletico Goianiense, Fluminense, and Red Bull Bragantino. That's a pretty good one. Yeah. We're not doing... Well, we could, if Nick wants to. Serie C promotion playoffs, Padova and Renate.
I'm okay with that. I mean, well, no, because I would bet with my heart on that one.
Yeah.
That'd be a heart.
There are 4 matches in the promotion playoffs: Alessandria and Faralpisalo, Catanzaro and Albino Lecce, Padova Renate, and Südtirol Avellino.
Good Lord.
There's nothing really to pick for a consensus pick here, so I'm going to leave that alone. We got to go with something.
Let's do. So, hold on.
Ricky says the Yokohama FC Marinos say it all. You do have Yokohama and Kawasaki.
Well, you've also got Shonan Belmar and Gamba Osaka.
Yes, because that means a lot to me. You got La Liga 2 promotion playoffs, Girona and Almeria in Spain.
This is wild.
Yeah. Yeah, only going to do one from Wednesday for sure.
So it's either J League or
J League. We got A League. We got Serie C promotion playoffs. We got La Liga second division playoffs, promotion playoffs. We got Copa do Brasil. We got USL Championship. Those are the best options.
Let's hit up. This is I think it would fit the SDH universe if we got the USL in.
Okay. Which one you want? You got Indy 11 and OKC. You got Loudoun hosting Pittsburgh. Red Bulls 2 hosting Tampa Bay Rowdies. Sporting 2 hosting Tulsa. Sacramento Republic hosting the Oakland Roots.
And you've also got League 1, Toronto FC 2 hosting Union Omaha tomorrow night late.
In Arizona, because
in Arizona,
not in Toronto, and yeah.
I will select the Tulsa game.
Okay. Sporting Kansas City 2 hosting FC Tulsa. FC Tulsa has not played since they got spanked by Atlanta United 5-0.
See, it's a sneaky game.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've played. They were undefeated before that. Sporting Kansas City 2, not good. Draw, loss, loss. That's going back to the next year. So it's a loss or a draw. They are due for a loss if their pattern holds.
Okay, so who picks first? Actually, you need juice boxes.
Yes, we need those.
Sporting 2 is a plus 349. Your draw is a plus 294. FC Tulsa is a minus 152.
Jarrett would pick first, but he's not here, so I'm next. I will go with a draw.
You thinking long layoff and
maybe some Sporting players trying to stay sharp with the twos. I'm going to go draw.
Yeah, I could see. Oh, wait, go ahead. John.
Tulsa.
All right. I will select. I think Tulsa's going to come in fresh. The X factor will be whether or not Sporting KC drops some players down to play with their with the twos component. That's very dangerous. I will join in the draw. We'll join the draw.
Okay.
Because the layoff scares me. If it wasn't a layoff, I'd be taking Tulsa.
Yeah.
The layoff concerns me.
All right, Thursday. This will be another one-game day, I think. South America World Cup qualifiers. Bolivia hosting Venezuela. Uruguay hosting Paraguay. Argentina hosting Chile. Peru hosting Colombia. We've got Austin Bold hosting El Paso Locomotive in the USL Championship. We've got Asian World Cup qualifiers. The Philippines are hosting Guam and Dallas J of the Greenville Triumph.
Oh, there you go.
China, who beat the snot out of Guam in their last game, they are hosting the Maldives. Australia is hosting Kuwait. Iran is hosting Hong Kong. India is hosting Qatar, which doesn't count because they're already qualified, but it does count, but it doesn't. It counts for India anyway.
Yeah.
Bangladesh hosting Afghanistan. We have the other La Liga 2 promotion playoff with Rayo Vallecano hosting Leganés. Super Pepino, the giant Super Pepper mascot, which I like.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Adelaide United hosting Western Sydney Wanderers in the A-League. CRB in Brazil hosting Palmeiras. They're playing Palmeiras, so I hope they beat the crap out of Palmeiras. We've got the second division in China back.
Hey!
Xinjiang Tianshan Leopard is playing. Leopard, not leopards. Leopard. And that's about as far as I can go. Oh, no, sorry. We've got CONCACAF Nations League on Thursday. Duh. Honduras and the United States and Mexico and Costa Rica.
Ooh.
This is a very interesting day. Why don't we...
I have no one fixed.
Why don't we go with... All right. Not going to pick U.S. or Argentina. I'm going to pick Uruguay hosting Paraguay.
Whoa.
Yes. South American World Cup qualifier in Montevideo, I am assuming. Yes, at the Estadio Centenario. Paraguay's fourth in an automatic spot right now going to the World Cup in 2022. Uruguay is in fifth. They're level on points, but the goal differential has got Uruguay in the playoff spot right now. Recent matches between these two, man, they haven't played. Wow, they haven't played in an official match, like a qualifier or Copa America. They haven't played since 2017.
Wow.
Uruguay won the last time. They won the last two. Paraguay, in their last qualifiers, well, so far in this qualification run, draw, win, draw. They beat Venezuela. They drew at Argentina, which is their best result so far. They drew at home to Bolivia, which was a bad result. They drew at home to Peru. Uruguay has been win-loss, win-loss. They lost at home to Brazil. They went to Colombia and won 3-0 and got Osorio fired. They went to Ecuador and lost 4-2, and they hosted Chile and won 2-1. They are an absolute yo-yo right now. So this could be a very interesting one. All right, Uruguay hosting Paraguay. That's my pick. What are the numbers, John?
Uruguay is a minus 152. Your draw is a plus 281, and Paraguay is a plus 425.
Whew. That's some teasing numbers right there. John, you're up.
Draw.
Oh, give me those again.
Uruguay minus 152. Your draw is a plus 281. Paraguay is a plus 425, and I'm going draw because Paraguay seems to like that a lot.
Going draw. They have been 3 draws out of 4. Nick?
Uruguay.
Home team?
Yep. In the battle of the wise, you have to take the home team, in my opinion.
I am going to go out on a limb. And
why ask why?
Paraguay.
Okay.
Miguel Almiron.
Okay. Right,
goal and an assist for Mickey.
And that's also a plus 425 if he gets that right.
Correct.
I don't.
Smart man.
No,
Play the numbers.
I'm going for the upset. All right. Friday.
Monster trucks.
I was waiting for John to sing. He usually does. You can't do it now.
Friday,
No. You missed it. You missed it.
Friday.
You missed your spot. You can't do it after you get called out on it. Good grief, man. Brazil hosting Ecuador in the other World Cup qualifier in this round. Charleston Battery hosting LA Galaxy 2. That's
wow.
What?
I'll take that one. We don't have any numbers on it, but I'll take that one.
Okay. Have at it.
Have at it, Hoss.
Charleston Battery hosting LA Galaxy 2 for some strange reason.
We're getting the East-West crossovers this year as a part of the deal because, we had the Phoenix-Tampa game earlier this season. So I guess they just decided, Charleston and Los Dos. Why not?
They've never played, from what I can tell, ever.
Right.
Los Dos comes in off of a 4-3 drunken win at Orange County.
Yep.
Then their previous match before that was a 3-2 drunken loss to the Oakland Roots. Los Dos is all about the drinking. Charleston, also about the drinking. A 2-2 draw with Red Bulls 2 on the 23rd. They didn't play this last weekend. They got spanked by the Charlotte Independents in a game that messed all of us up. On the 14th. They drew at Red Bulls 2. They lost to Tampa Bay. It has not been – I don't know, they lost to Tampa Bay was last year. So they played 3 times this year. And they have not won yet. So this is a really difficult one to call. Nick, you're first. That about sums it up. Have we lost Nick?
Might have. Don't know.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
Are we here? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Littering and? Okay. God. Part of me wants to veto it, is what I was saying. If we had other games, a laundry list of other games to choose from, I might. But
Will's yelling at all of you for not respecting Miggy, by the way. He called you all cowards. Just saying. Just saying. I like Will. Will's good people.
I will take. I'll take Charleston because I think they can play physical, and they can play cheap when they need to. So you don't have to answer any of that. I'm doing my own thing. So I'll take Charleston because they're cheap and physical.
Evening Bandit.
Los Dos. Let's do it. Okay. Cross country. Los Dos.
All right. And I was going to go draw because of the travel aspect. I think that Los Dos would normally outscore them, but I think that travel is going to take a lot out. That direct flight from Los Angeles to Charleston, I don't think quite happens unless they have one of those like net jets or something. And I don't think that the Galaxy are going to be funding that. So I'll go draw.
I think the Galaxy will fund it. Los Dos. All right.
So there you go.
Saturday. No, that's not even the song. That's ridiculous. And yes, Joe Bost, you are correct. Who didn't know that John was taking the draw? We all knew. We all knew, Joe. Always. Saturday, we got USL Championship. Charlotte, Tampa Bay. We got Indy 11 and Memphis. We got Phoenix and San Diego. Sacramento and Orange County. We got League One with Richmond and New England Revs 2. North Carolina and Fort Lauderdale. Tormenta hosting Chattanooga Red Wolves. Ooh. Tucson hosting Toronto. We've got the Copa de la Liga final. I think this is Friday. I think that game's supposed to be Friday. I think SofaScore's got it wrong. With Colón de Santa Fe and Racing Club. We got NWSL, Chicago and North Carolina. Gotham and Reign, Portland and Racing Louisville. We got World Cup qualifier Aruba and Canada.
Oh.
We got Asian World Cup qualifiers. South Korea is hosting Turkmenistan. We've got the Brazilian Serie A, Grêmio hosting Flamengo. We've got A-League. We've got First Division in Chile. We've got...
Cheat. Lay.
Yeah. I am going to... And I think this game is Friday, actually. I'm going to make a motion since we have 2 consensus picks and there is a trophy on the line.
Yeah.
Colón and Racing in Argentina.
Okay.
It's a trophy. It's
Yeah.
a trophy game.
Very well.
We got 2. We can blame it on Jarrett.
Yeah, there you go.
Colón and Racing. Yeah, it's Friday at like 4:00.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'll be right back.
Oh, well, nice pick there, John. What are you doing? What was that? Okay. We will figure out the numbers on this one, but
I like how he leaves right before he gives the numbers to kick over.
I know.
See you guys later.
Yeah, seriously. So the last time they played, Racing beat Colón at home 2-1. This is going to be at a neutral site in San Juan. 2 draws before that. Colón won. You're going back to 2018 when they beat them. Colón won in regulation in the semifinal over Independiente. They went through on penalties in the quarterfinal over Talleres. Before that, they were, I think, the best team in the Copa de la Liga. Pulga Rodriguez has been absurdly, ridiculously awesome. Hello, Jake. What's up, Jake? Yeah, Pulga with, I think I shared it, Nick. I think you saw it. The penalty that he scored yesterday with his run-up and the little, like, skip step. It's not a true hop. He does the skip, like, in full speed. It's amazing. He hit the bar with a free kick as well. Pulga for life. Racing went through on penalties after a horrendous game with Boca yesterday. Scoreless draw. Racing won on penalties. They have won before that. No, they had another one. Including wins on penalties, they have won 6 in a row. Because they beat, who'd they beat on penalties? They beat Vélez in the quarterfinal on penalties. Okay. So they are here on penalties. 2 wins on penalties. They also have Libertadores wins over Rentistas from Uruguay. They went to Brazil and beat Sao Paulo May 18th. That's a really impressive win. They went and they beat Sporting Cristal, and they beat San Lorenzo. So they are on a 6-game winning streak, including wins on penalties, as our stalling for John to get back is over. And I don't think we have numbers on Colón and Racing. John, do we?
Nope, not yet.
Yeah. We don't have that yet. Mr. Fantastic, we will talk about MLS and the 3rd Division thing tomorrow for sure. Don't worry. Yes. We will get into that. And, Will, you are right. I want Pulga in Atlanta. Sign him in the summer. He's out of contract. Somebody, come on. Sign Pulga.
That'd be epic.
Bring Pulga so cool. to Atlanta, please. Pulga and Joseph dueling penalties. I am all in. All in. So, in this pick, which is one of our consensus picks, I am going with Pulga to lift the trophy. I think it would be Colón's first trophy ever. I think. I don't think they've ever won a league title. This is a cup title, and they get really persnickety about what this is classified as, even though it was a 13-game season, but it was a cup. It's not a league title. It's a cup. Colón's going to lift the cup. Regulation time.
Okay.
2 goals for Pulga.
Oh, nice.
Calling my shot. John, your pick.
I agree with your end result. I just think it's going to take a little longer than 90 minutes, so I'm going to go regulation draw.
It can't take any longer. Just go straight to penalties.
Well, then it's going to go straight to penalties. So then it's going to be a draw, and it's going to go to penalties, but Colón will win.
Joe already...
Pulga will get the winning penalty kick.
Joe already told us you would pick a draw like 5 minutes ago, so we knew.
Of course he did.
Nick?
Give me Racing.
You hater.
Scared money don't make money.
You hater. I've been telling everybody about Colón. Klaus was like, Colón, I don't really know about Colón. I think Tom Robinson was like, I don't know about Colón. I'm telling everybody about Colón. They're going to win.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're going to win. It's just going to take a while.
They're going to win. All right, so we got to pick another game from Saturday because that is one of our picks.
Gustavo.
Yeah, I felt bad for Gustavo that Pulga ended his glory. But sorry, Gustavo. We got to pick another game from Saturday. We got a couple USL Championship games that are good with Phoenix and San Diego, Sacramento and Orange County. We got South Georgia Tormenta and Chattanooga Red Wolves. We got Chicago and North Carolina in NWSL. Portland and Racing Louisville in NWSL. That's a pretty intriguing one, actually. Those are our best picks. I've already picked. John's already picked.
Yep.
Nick, you've picked one. We've got one consensus pick on the board. So you've got a pick and we got a consensus pick.
All right. I will take
You can look at Sunday if you want. Do you want to glance at Sunday?
Yeah, I mean you can do Sunday if you want. I mean you don't have to be married to a Saturday pick.
The other consensus pick on Saturday, Portland and Racing Louisville? Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do.
Okay, so you pick on Sunday. All right. So Portland Thorns and Racing Louisville, they are so far in the NWSL season. Portland's in 3rd. Racing is in 8th. Racing's got a win, a draw, and a loss. Portland's got 2 wins and 2 losses. They obviously have not played because they're Racing Louisville is brand new. Louisville went to Cary, North Carolina, and got mollywopped by the Courage 5-0.
That is accurate.
Mollywopped. They did beat Washington 2-0 at home. Then they hosted Kansas City, who doesn't have a name yet but has cool colors. It was a draw in Game 1. In the Challenge Cup, these two teams did not play. But Racing has 1 win, period. Portland, they went to Gotham and won at Red Bull Arena. They lost 2 before that, 1 at home to Reign. They went to Orlando and lost 2-1. They did the mollywopping in week 1 of the season when they hosted Chicago. What are the numbers?
They were the mollywopper.
They were the whopper in that case, yes. What are the numbers?
They don't exist yet.
I'm going with Portland. We did not pick Gotham and Reign. We are cowards, Ricky. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm taking Portland.
Yeah, I'm going Portland.
Their ability to score goals is what does it for me. I mean, I just don't.
Yeah.
We'll see if Jarrett can maybe be a
time for the Nick pick for Sunday.
Sunday. You got Colombian playoffs, Nick. You got Birmingham and Tulsa. You got Atlanta United 2 and Louisville City. You got Forward Madison and Union Omaha. You got Ecuador, the Ecuadorian League. You've got the Uruguayan League. You've got Kansas City and Houston in NWSL. You got Washington and Orlando in NWSL. You got Brazilian Serie A. Palmeiras and Chapecoense. Newly promoted Chape. You got the Melbourne Derby in Australia. Melbourne Victory and Melbourne City.
Spicy.
Yeah, that's about it, Nick.
Yeah, this is like the. Get me the.
There's campaigning for Forward Madison from Badger.
The people are campaigning for Forward Madison?
Yes.
Let's give the people what they want.
Okay. So far, Forward Madison's in 2nd. They've won 3 in a row. Union Omaha is in 3rd. They won 3 in a row. Then they have a draw and a loss after that.
And they're also coming off of the match tomorrow where they're having to travel to Casa Grande, Arizona to play Toronto FC 2, then coming back to play Forward Madison on the weekend.
That is strange. The last time these teams played was May 26th, which was not long ago. And it was a 1-0 win for Forward Madison at home. They played last fall, and it was a scoreless draw in Madison. Omaha lost to Forward Madison in their last game. They drew at Greenville in the game before that. They won 3 to start the season. Forward Madison, their 3-game winning streak includes wins in Statesboro over Tormenta, the win over Omaha, and the win at home against North Carolina. We don't have numbers yet, I don't think, do we?
No, we don't.
Okay. John, your pick.
I'll go draw because of the Union Omaha quick turn.
Wow, you have no faith in the Flamingos.
Johnny Draw.
Seriously, did you pick draw every time?
No.
No, you picked Portland to beat
Tulsa.
Racing.
I picked Portland and Tulsa.
Oh, okay. So 4 draws. Ooh, big difference. I tried that gimmick once. It didn't really work. Nick?
Flamingo.
Yeah, I'm going forward Madison as well. They're at home. I think they get it done.
Mingo!
They are losing currently tonight, though. We are being informed.
I'm not worried.
Not worried?
We're not picking tonight's game.
They're losing in Fort Lauderdale.
To CF?
It's the Herons versus the Flamingos in Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
That's a bird brain matchup if ever there was.
We're not. Game?
Badger appreciated that.
Man.
I know.
This is Fort Lauderdale's 10th match of the year already?
Yeah, they got nothing else to do.
Wow.
They're bored.
Yeah, Flamingo, baby. I'm not picking tonight. I'm picking Sunday.
Yeah. Yep, I'm in on that. That is the Forward Madison game tonight is one of 7 games happening currently. A lot of second division games in South America going on right now.
Are they on Fanatis?
No, they don't have the Chilean second division with Rangers de Talca. They don't have that team.
Well, I do have to cut us short here in just a moment. So is there anything from the Twitch pitch before I have to exit the facility?
There's nothing from the Twitch pitch, but before you go, hold on. In walks Nicholas Bentner.
Oh.
There's an expose.
No!
An expose of Bentner's ex-girlfriends. Yep. I'm just going to read the translated text to start. This is the subhead, by the way. Julie Zangenberg is just the latest of Nicholas's exes to tear the shorts off the football flab and give him a less flattering legacy. I guess it's a Danish thing. I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Tear the shorts off. I'm tearing his pants off. There you go.
Yeah. So Julie was on a podcast and did not mention Nicholas Bentner specifically by name.
Mm-hmm.
But she pretty much said that that's who she was talking about here. The 5-year-long relationship that was not healthy. There's pictures, there's stuff. She's now with a Michelin chef, so I mean she did pretty well.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Yeah. She had to leave. It was extremely unhealthy. It was very bad with Nicholas Bentner. Very bad times. He was an idiot. Is the subhead for the Feline part of the story. Nicholas has had trouble staying away from other women. Nicholas has been an idiot, to say the least. Reality show, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another weird Danish phrase. She and Bentner separated earlier in the spring after about 3 years as turtle doves. Okay.
I've heard a similar. Apparently, the Dutch use a similar phrase.
Fair enough.
For homebodies.
Another one. I did not admire him. Somebody says who was with him when he was young. She never admired him.
Wow. Did not.
I guess. She didn't admire him. They were very different. Relationship was by no means sustainable. Yada yada yada. They do have a child together, but she didn't admire him. Next subhead: he was unfaithful to the whole city.
Okay.
The football flab is a really weird phrase that gets used a lot here. Yes, he while he was together with this one, he had not been with just one other person, but a whole town full of captivated girls. And she did.
Can't say I'm surprised.
She did post a picture on Instagram, so she did the whole Instagram stories thing. Ask me something.
Uh-oh.
And it was describe Nicholas Bentner with one word. Oh no, somebody. Wait, let me. So she responded to somebody doing that. Sorry. So she posted a picture of them together, except she put a pig face over Nicholas Bentner. Pig emoji. Yeah. She just to explain that in translated Danish. I could not follow my dreams, raged Natasha, who, with a pig smiley, clearly illustrated what she thought of the ex. So now people are just coming out and really going at old Nicholas Bentner these days.
Well, but how much of this do you think is absolutely tied to the reality series?
None of it. No, these other ones are like doing this on like separate podcasts and interviews and stuff, and like not even calling him out necessarily by name. It's just everybody's kind of trashing old Nicholas
because they get a secondary and tertiary boost.
Maybe a little bit.
They get a social boost from this.
Yeah, they get the social boost.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, the ones with the Michelin chef, she doesn't need Nicholas Bentner anymore. Come on.
No, but if Michelin chef guy wants a show, then it's the ex-girlfriend of Nicholas Bentner.
That's true.
That's true. Absolutely.
That part is true. We will see. So not as salacious as we thought, outside of the one person who didn't admire him and the other one who he slept with a town full of captivated girls. It has been a request before you go, Nick, and before we shut the show down, you have to give us the dramatization of David Beckham learning of Inter Miami sanctions. Because he was not implicated. Remember, the MLS made this very clear. Bex did nothing wrong. That's what they said. They put it in the press release. They stipulated it.
Communication and analysis.
They stipulated it. Jose Mas? No. Masayoshi Son? No. Marcelo Claure? No. Jorge Mas? Yes. Yes. Paul McDonough? Yes. Bex? No. So I want the reaction of Bex when he got the facts from Don Garber.
All right.
There we go. We found out they had several footballers on with the club who may have made a small difference of money from what they're supposed to be making. We don't know for sure. Did I tell you all that my wife was a Spice Girl? I really don't know anything about what the Moss, who are they? The Moss brothers. I don't know anything about the Moss brothers at all. And I can I kick a ball and it goes like this right here. I know nothing about any players. I don't even own a team. I have no idea what you're talking about right now. Inter Miami's the best team in the world. You should come down to Miami and come see me and take photos with me, especially the girls. You should all take photos with me. And we will have 7 designated. A few properly placed designated players next year. Just a few, like 8 and 9 designated players next year. Yeah, but I don't know nothing about it. Nothing about it. My wife's a Spice Girl. Thank you. Cheerio.
Now, there are lots of people who are skeptical about Bex's involvement. It had been reported a lot last year that he was not around. Like that's not after the fact stuff. That was, I think he was in England when the pandemic hit. He wasn't in Miami. People were complaining about him not being around. So I can absolutely buy that he wasn't involved.
I'm sorry. I can pick this up, and I can go on WhatsApp, and I can call my cousins in Italy, and we can have a conversation just like we're having here.
Yeah.
Skype is a thing.
I'm not saying it's okay that he didn't know this stuff, but I don't think he was involved in it.
Okay, the movie Casino has a perfect scene for this.
Uh-oh.
Which is the idiot. There's the idiot the idiot nephew, cowboy nephew, gets put in charge of the slot machines. And there's a run on the slot machines. And so Robert De Niro goes over and says, "You didn't know these machines were getting ran?" He's like, no, sir, I didn't know." He goes, "Well, that's either because you were too stupid to know or you were in on it. Either way, you're fired. Get out of here." And if David Beckham didn't know that they had this issue going on with this many players, he's either willfully ignorant or he was in on it. It's one of the two. Either way, he's either or he was in on it. And if
the negligent part I can buy.
He doesn't need to be owning a team or have his name on the ownership manual. My opinion's my opinion. I mean, it is not representative of anyone with soccer down here or the SDH universe overall.
I mean,
negligent or in on it?
I don't think he was in on it because I think one of the big complaints was that he wasn't involved enough, and I think we're seeing him involved more now. Okay, so I can back that. I mean, maybe his involvement now is not necessarily great either if he brought Ryan Shawcross, but just saying.
Gibbs, yeah.
Well, I don't know. We haven't seen Gibbs yet, so we don't even know.
I don't know anything. I know nothing at all.
I would like to know. Again, and this is where MLS would probably do well by having the story come out to explain how this happened, because I'm not exactly clear on how MLS allowed it to happen since contracts have to get approved by the league office.
Yeah, and you have 5 that come across.
Oh, you have 8.
DP level.
You have 8 issues.
Yeah,
No, John, you're gonna say something that's incorrect here because you just did. They didn't have 5 contracts come across that were at a DP level, and the league just missed it. They had 2 that should have been at a DP level, but what was presented was not at a DP level. What I want to know is how does that happen if they're supposed to have everything run through there? Like, how are they cooking the books? Because that's essentially what they did.
Right.
I need to know how that part happened to know how mad and who to be mad at and all of that. Like
it tells me that there's a fundamental flaw with their auditing process.
Yeah, for sure. There's an issue here. There's a massive issue.
Essentially, the threat of the hammer, they expected to be enough to keep people in line. And you found some people who were like, mess around and find out.
Yeah, basically. The two questions I have on the Miami side, I had the question about McDonough, and we talked about it. Like, well, if he was a sporting director and he was the only one who was that person and in that role because things got dumped on him to do all kinds of things because other people left, how would he not know? Well, now we know that there was involvement. I mean, he doesn't get suspended for 2 years if there's nothing.
Right.
The Beckham part of it is a question, but again, you look at some of the moves that happened, they didn't really feel like moves that had his fingerprints on them. So, okay, I can at least somewhat buy that he wasn't involved because that story was out there before that people wanted him to be more involved. He wasn't. I want to know how one brother is in trouble and the other brother's not in trouble.
Yeah,
that's the bigger question.
Yeah.
One Moss brother bad, one Moss brother okay.
How do you not have those conversations at the dinner table or hanging out on the back porch? It's like, I'm going to...
They might not live together, John. They are
like,
grown adults.
You're going to hang out on the weekends. You're going to talk. You're going to do whatever.
Maybe.
It's the code. Don't talk, just walk. Don't talk. I got it. It's on me. Get me back later. Don't talk, just walk.
I need a 30 for 30 on this. I need the whole thing. I need like Pony Express 2, the Flamingo edition in Miami. Something.
And for the record, my take on what should happen isn't even like a heavy auditing. It should be like what Major League Baseball did with the Yankees, where they suspended Steinbrenner for a period of time, and he couldn't touch the team. Cashman had to run everything. And I that is my take, is that really they need to suspend the Moss brothers, and you may say that Beckham had nothing to do with it. That's fine, but I think this sent a very, very strong signal that there are no sacred cows when it comes to ownership. The entire ownership group is suspended for a year, and MLS runs the team directly. I mean, like Garber it runs the team directly. And to me, that allows you to have unfettered access to the books. It allows you to have unfettered access to the team operations and how things are running. And then when they come back in, then all the other owners and potential owners will understand. Because like I said on Salty, there's nothing a rich man hates more than being told what to do with their money. And if the league owns it and just says, "Hey, look, here's the bills, you have to pay it. You didn't order any of the meals, but you're getting the check." I think to me that would make the most sense. Not even like an auditor who is essentially a resident, a league resident with the team.
They could have done something like that. The one thing that was brought up this morning on the show that I think was a good point, it doesn't help MLS for Miami to be nuked, or even like that situation feels like, okay, yeah, you need to punish them. That's why I would have went points deduction, and I do like the cap deductions they hit. That's pretty bold. That's pretty bold. I'm good with those. They should have done a points deduction. I would have been happy with not your theory, Nick, but a points deduction and what they did. I would be fine with that. I don't want them to have any sniffing chance of going to the playoffs this year.
I wanted 20 points. My thing is I want
anywhere between 10 and 20 is fine. Wherever that would be, you can justify it in a lot of different ways. Whatever number you come up with, as long as it's more than 10, that's fine by me.
Because for a league that says our strength, rest of the world, is the fact that anybody has a shot to win this thing because of the economic controls.
Right. Yep.
You had
100%.
a team that violated that most sacred, valuable thing that that your league showcases. To me, that's why you have to bring not just a hammer.
Yeah.
I'm talking like Thor's Mjolnir after Hemsworth has been doing like a full cycle of roids and then drank every protein shake on the planet, coming down from 35,000 feet. That's the hammer I wanted.
Yep.
But whatever.
You could have done that. I would have been fine with the big points deduction, even like big points this year and half of that number the next year. I'd be fine with that.
Yes.
That's fine because they got a playoff spot and they shouldn't have. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there will be more things that come out about it because there's got to be some more details out there lurking that people know, and that stuff's going to get dropped here eventually. So stay tuned.
Right.
We got lots of MLS stuff to talk about in the morning. We'll get into it with this whole possible third division league, all kinds of stuff. There's plenty of worldwide stuff we'll talk about in the morning. It'll be a busy morning, as it seems to be right now during the silliest of silly off seasons. But Nick, send us home.
Ooh, mucho, oh, yo. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.